Hello one, hello all, Sim Reaper here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, European Countryside. Alright, so, there's been a few changes on the farm since last time. Um, of course, I'm pretty sure this was on the last episode, but if not, I did get a new trailer, just something with a bit more capacity. I'm pretty sure it was on the last episode. Now the spray is the same, but one of the biggest changes is we now have a truck and trailer. These are leased, but very nice truck and trailer there. Just to help with the selling, because this puts out a lot of eggs, a lot more than I was expecting, and that small box trailer just wasn't enough. So I got myself a nice big truck and trailer, and then also got a big plough as well. Now we're going to need to upgrade, well, we're going to need to get a new tractor because the fast track is not going to be able to pull it. We've got 235 horsepower fast track, which is not enough for this plough because it wants 320 minimum. So we're going to upgrade. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So it's going to be our first large tractor of this season. There's plenty. I mean, the 8R series is a good tractor. The John Deere 8R series. Very nice tractor. You also got the 7R series. But the 8R and also this, the TerraTrack is very good. The turning radius is a little limited because the tracks stick back like that. So you can't like turn as much as you would with other tracks, with other tractors, but it's got some pretty good horsepower. It's good for pulling trailers. The John Deere 8R series now, that is like the perfect balance. You got a 458 top engine. You can go for 3 meter wide tracks. So those are your standard. Then you've got like wide tracks as well, so they can be for if you want to go over crop and not damage them. You've got front weight, so you can put a built-in front weight, 1.8 ton. You got the US style and the EU style. I go for the EU style because it's more close fitting, obviously. But there's plenty of choices. You've got the 8RX series, very good tractor. Turning's a bit meh. What you really want to watch for is for this though, the gear shifting, especially in hilly maps. With the higher stuff, the bigger stuff, it's not really much of an issue per se, but if it's a manual, it tends to be a bit more fussy. But I'm not sure what to go for. I mean, we could go for the fast track. It's 348 horsepower, but I think I'll go for the 8R series, to be honest. We'll go for the top engine. Obviously, we want our BKT. With wheel weights, that will give us a 16.2 ton tractor, which is perfect. Yeah, the 3 point's fine because you can go front weight or 3 point, but we'll just go 3 point. It's nice to have a 3 point on the front. Okay, so that's our new tractor. Because actually our harvester should now be finished. Let's get it off the hilly bit. Because I've now finished prepping these fields ready for ploughing. I've connected them at the ends, obviously, so I just need to go through the middle bits to finish turning them into single fields, and then they need a full plough. And then I can seed them. Now I'm not going to seed them until this crop is cut, because obviously I want to go back to seasonal now that I'm at the point where it's viable. definitely need a new harvester. This thing kind of lacks power, unfortunately. Other than that, it's an amazing little harvester. Well, we're going to get this back, and then we're going to get the John Deere up to the farm, grab the new plough, and we'll get all these fields ploughed up. That is the plan for today so far. And I'm not sure when eggs sell best. We do have quite a few. Let's have a quick look. So eggs sell best in November, and then honey sells best in March. So 1998, yeah, 1836 at the cereal factory. So it's not too bad, but I mean I've only got 6 pallets anyway, so it's not, you know, it's not a major rush when it comes to honey. We do have some more soybeans to sell because I think we've had about yeah, because I've got more in the trailer because I just didn't empty it. Right. But I'm going to get this washed up, put away, and then we'll get that John Deere up to the farm. Alrighty then. So this is the John Deere 8R410, our new tractor. We're going to take it up to the farm and we're going to start the ploughing because I want to get these fields done. Of course, I'm not going to be touching them until the next harvest of soybeans has been done, and then I will be switching back over to seasonal. I mean, I could have done exactly what I've done with seasonal on, but it would have just taken longer. That's all it is. I only turned it off to speed up the process a little bit, because I want to get the farm up and running relatively quickly. But I'm going to start keeping the seasons on because, I mean, it is a big part of FS22. As far as I'm aware, it's the first farm sim that's had seasons without a mod. So, oh dear. Not sure what happened there, but the tractor jumped. Very, very powerful tractor. It's eating through these roads like nothing. Oh, I've also I also did the test for the roads and removed all the dirt roads. It does make a bit of a difference. I mean, it's not as bouncy. Well, that's about it really. What that? A little weight on front just to help, and we're going to go get started on the field. Now I need to figure out what I'm doing with that field back there because I do actually own that. I was going to turn that into a permanent wheat field, so I've constantly got wheat to feed the chickens. I don't know if it'll give me enough wheat per year, but you know, it's something we need to figure out because I can always buy food for the chickens if I need to. It's always a bit awkward getting out of there. But here's our new field, our first one, and one we need to put together. I've already done the outline, so I don't need to worry about that. I just need to do the middle bits and then basically just plough the whole field. So we're going to get started. Now I need to set it to allow create field, and off we go. And the texture thing's still a bit weird. I don't know why it does that. It's something I've noticed. Only on certain maps. But it does it. And honestly, I deal with it. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, it makes it harder to see where I've ploughed. But not by much. I mean, as you can see, the harvested field there, it just changes to a darker colour. So at least I can see what the hell's going on. But the whole point of this is just so I can get the fields created, and then I can turn off allow create field and just plough the field. But I wanted to show the actual creation of the field before I did the ploughing. Now, obviously you don't have to like line up like I'm doing and do it all straight. I'm just weird like that. It's how I prefer to do it. As long as you get all the middle bits to create the field, I don't think it particularly matters. There you go. So that's the first field done. And then I just need to go over there and join the second, those two fields together. Which is what we're going to go do now. Oh, that's still tagged. That's fine. I'll be able to go down there at some point and untag it. You just got to be careful when you're doing this, that's all. But, and then we'll have these two fields here, but because I might actually turn this one into the wheat field, into a wheat field as well, because it's a good size, but it's not crazy big. Or even that smaller one, because this is a good size field, so we'll get a good crop out of this. And boom. Okay, so that is the fields created. So now I turn off allow create field, so it's limited to field. And I'm going to get started ploughing these fields and getting them ready for a crop. So I might as well start in this corner. And considering this is really the only thing I have to do right now, I'll probably do all this myself. I might leave a little bit to a worker while I go make a brew though. Because why wouldn't I? Let's get this field ploughed. I did try and make the fields relatively square. So that's just something to keep in mind. But we'll get this ploughed and then they'll be ready for seeding basically. I should have moved them trees, but it's fine. I just have to be careful. I really like this plough. It's a very, very good plough. It's easy to use. It's a good size. It's nothing too crazy. It folds up nicely. It's generally my go-to plough. Now, to actually connect the fields together, I use the smaller. Every time, guaranteed while I'm recording, sneeze. Every damn time. Oh, well, it's not the end of the world. I'm just glad I managed to press the pause button before it came across on the recording. Well, yeah, as I was saying, this plough, it is on the mod hub, and as far as I'm aware, it is a cross-play mod, and it's just a really simple, straightforward plough, nothing crazy, and it does its job. I mean, it does its job really well. It needs 320 horsepower to pull it. Of course, you can go a bit lower, and you'll still manage okay. But I'd say you'll probably want 300 horsepower minimum to pull it effectively. But even if you're not going full speed with it, you know, it's still a hell of a lot better than most of the other ploughs that I've seen on ModHub anyway. I try to avoid third party mods if I can, because I'm running a multiplayer server. Eventually I might do a video series on the actual server itself. And hopefully get other people in as well to play. But we'll see. Alrighty then, so this first field is almost done. Our plan is slowly coming together, the plan I made a few episodes back. It is getting there, which is actually pretty awesome. Alrighty, so we've just got the final field to do, the second slightly smaller field, and then for this month we're pretty much done. I'm going to keep my eye on the egg prices, because we're going to need some money at some point. At least it changes colour now, because at first the problem was it just didn't change colour point blank. So I couldn't tell where I'd been ploughing. Right. But yeah, so I'm going to get this done, and then it'll be watching the egg prices as I move forward through the year. Of course, I've also got to keep an eye out for when that those soybeans can be harvested as well, because they'll be ready soon. We'll have a look. Actually, let's have a quick gander now, see what their growth state is. Yeah, so they're getting pretty dark green now, so they'll be ready in a 2, maybe 3 months. They don't need any nitrogen or pH, because the pH is good, so they should be alright for a while. So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting, get that harvested, and then we can prep the fields ready to go. Come on, get up there so that I can, there you go. Nope, stop turning. Oh God. There we go. Sometimes the controls can be a bit of a pain. Well, I don't think that was really the controls, that was more me just constantly bashing it into a fence, but, you know, I'll blame the controls, because who wouldn't? No, it was definitely my fault. But the best thing about this wide thing is I can just go like that. Even if I leave a swath like that, I can just bring it up, line it up, and get it on the pass. It's actually quite easy to manoeuvre this plough, to be honest, once you get used to it. this 8R is definitely a welcome help. It's going to make a lot of jobs a lot easier. Because as good as the fast track, the medium fast track is, it just lacks weight and power to do any proper jobs. I mean, ploughing with a small plough, it's perfect because it's quite nimble. So getting the boundaries done, I actually did that in the fast track because it was easier. Trying to do boundaries with this big plough is a bit of a pain, to be honest. So just something to keep in mind. Yeah, we'll get this done, and then hopefully we'll move on. Alrighty then, so that is both fields now combined and ready to go. We just got to fold up the plough, take it over to the farm, and yeah, we can move forward in the months. And see where we stand, because it's going to get closer to selling the eggs, and I'm also going to generate more as well, so I have to keep an eye on that. Obviously I've got the truck and trailer sat there ready. I've got to keep an eye on my money as well, because I do have a few more items that I've leased. Oh, I knew I was going to get stuck on that eventually. Come on, there you go. Oh, you can see the real mod taking over there. Oh, come on. No, there you go. No, get out of the crop. I really need to get rid of that lamppost. I wonder if the delete ability would work on it, because, I mean, who puts a freaking lamppost at the entrance? But the problem is, I don't want to accidentally delete the plough. Can I delete you? No, can I do it in the here? Oh, thank you so much. And then we'll get these that open a bit more. There you go. Right, so bit of awkwardness, but what I am happy about is I can remove things and not sell the whole farm, which is kind of nice. Because there are some maps that do that, where if you try and sell one thing that's in the way, once you sell the whole farm. And it can be a bit frustrating actually, because you know it's just certain aspects of a farm that, you know, if something was in your way, you'd move it in real life anyway, so that's just how I see it. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to have my tractors park here. At the moment I can leave the trailer there, but eventually I'll put that trailer somewhere else. Okay, so the plan is we've now got to wait for that to grow. What's their food like? Yeah, they've got plenty of food for the moment. So we've got to let the crop grow. Alright, I will see you when it's ready to grow. When it's ready to be harvested, sorry. Alrighty, so it is ready to harvest. And obviously I will do that off screen because it's going to take a while with the harvester I have. So I'm actually going to call it here for this video. And yeah, the farm's really starting to take shape. We've still got a bit of work to do back here, of course. I need to flatten all this out, or at least paint it. I need to get all this bit smoothed out. But I do plan on putting some sheep up here somewhere. Probably somewhere up in this corner here. We'll put a sheep pasture down. So yeah, and we'll see how it goes from there. But that'll be it for this episode. If you like what you see, please feel free to like and subscribe. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you again next time.